Sir, may I request you to please take a seat. You know, I've been waiting to speak and come to this segment. Very, very excited. Firstly, thank you, sir, for joining us here this morning. Like I mentioned at the start, आपकी प्रांतिक के साथ कुछ आपने समय बिताया है. You've known Prantik in a different capacity. Please shed some light on that. What is that journey between you and Prantik?
Well, I think it began with him trying to find out what it is that I do. And I think he decided to stay. You've got your own reasons, right? And I remember the first 2 weekends or 2 months being a struggle because one is, I mean, anything you hear for the first time is hard to accept because we've got our own way of thinking. And I thought he had a hard time, I don't know, but I thought he had a hard time. But that relationship continued over the course. He stuck through it, and it continued beyond that because I think we're all a mess, and our life on this planet is really about figuring things out. And interesting moments when I'd say, okay, let's go for a walk, and I'd take him on a hill and he's wearing shiny shoes.
I was in a leather shoes जब इन्होंने पहली बार बुलाया. I just called him up saying that Vishwas, I have some questions. Come to me. तो उन्होंने एक जगह बुलाया, मुझे ज़्यादा मालूम नहीं था. Let's go for a walk. टीकड़ी पे चढ़ाया और मैं leather shoes में था.
So no learning comes without pain. Right? So that's the story so far.
And because now that we've known that he's been your student, have you seen a shift in his journey from where he came in? And like you correctly mentioned, we are all a mess. All of the people, we look very chill, we look very prim and proper, but inside we're all broken messes in some form, shape. But at the start when he came in, when Prantik met you, and the way that you're seeing him right now, do you see a shift in him? Because of the mentoring, because of the things that you've been able to impact with your knowledge, with the questions that he's constantly asking as a curious student?
Honest answer.
Okay, so I have to say that he disappeared for 2 years, so I'm assuming this is the fruit of that time. And yeah, I mean, I think the answer is definitely. We're all stuck to something, right? And we're stuck to a lot of things. And each conversation has been about unraveling that and trying to find out if there's a way of. So if you think of an idea or an opinion as a knot in a rope, I think culturally we are programmed to tighten the knot so we get more fixed in the way we think about things. And for me, it's the whole act of living is to loosen that knot. And he had a lot of tight knots in his rope when I first met him. And I think, I mean, just by the spirit of having encountered him after so long, or just half an hour, I'm getting a sense that those knots have been loosened.
Very interesting. Thank you very much for sharing that. I'm very curious to understand, do any one of you have mentors in life? And if you have, please raise your hand. I would love to see if you do have mentors. So the people who've raised hands, they know exactly what I'm talking about, that a mentor shapes your thinking. They're able to guide you from the pitfalls that a student is about to take. But I would like to shed light on that point in particular, that why is it that the people who don't have a mentor should probably think that a mentor is important, भले आप कितने भी आगे आपकी ज़िंदगी में निकल जाए, but a mentor, a coach in any form, shape, why is that person important?
I think a choice of words is important, so if I may.
Please.
I think for me, mentoring is an act of, so the mentee chooses the mentor. I don't think I want to reach a place where I say, I'm so and so's mentor. The choice itself expresses a desire to move from. So what we're essentially saying is that I'm going to choose you as a mentor because I think what you're saying in your perspective of life or whatever is different. It's important. I'm seeing value in it, and then they work on their own behavior, their own things by themselves. It's not the mentor's responsibility, in my opinion. It's not the mentor's responsibility to shape. Is to just offer an open canvas where the mentee can paint whatever they want. So mentoring, I think, is an act of being there, but staying out of the way.
Very interesting point. I'm actually starting to think how to go deeper here, but because of the paucity of time, I will have to jump to Prantik. Prantik, there are people who've had an impact on you beyond Mr. Parchure, and I believe a couple of them are sitting here in the room. Do you want to shed some light on who they are? It's such a joy to see a few faces, right?
Yes, sir. Is audible? Yes, many people have impacted my life. Vishwas is one of them. And मेरा deep respect विश्वास के लिए एक moment से start हुआ था. और वो moment मैंने experience नहीं किया था. One of my fellow participant shared with me. So इनके weekend के courses होते हैं. It was a 9-month course that I had enrolled for. So एक Saturday morning में आता हूँ वो course पे बैठा हूँ. But I was feeling so tired. And I think 11 बजे के वो tea break के बाद I just went to a corner. ऐसे corner था, एक pillar था. उसके पीछे जाके कुर्सियों के पीछे मैं सो गया. And literally kind of I was snoring. And this gentleman says to other participants, listen, let's be considerate. Prantik is sleeping. Let's talk softly. Can you imagine क्या मतलब thought process होगा? And जब lunch break के time पे मेरे fellow participants ने share किया, I became a fan of him. यार इतना considerate. वरना normal teachers क्या बोलते हैं? अरे disrespect कर रहा है, सो जाता है. But this was something, I mean, I fell in love with Vishwas after that. So उस प्रकार का impact रहा है मेरे life में. I mean, विश्वास से पता चला कि मैं किस प्रकार का student हूँ, मैं किस प्रकार का friend हूँ, ये पता करना है. Where is Paru? Paru, please stand up. तो she is one friend जो मेरे college time से है, आज तक टिकी हुई है. She also stuck ऐसा. So, अगर किसी को भी जानना है मैं कॉलेज में कैसा था, प्लीज कॉन्टेक्ट पारू. तो शी इज वन फ्रेंड जो आज तक है. एंड पारू का जिक्र लिव इंस्पायर्ड बुक में भी आप पढ़ सकते हैं. फर्स्ट चैप्टर में ही उसका जिक्र. एंड अगर मैं BCS पास किया हूँ तो इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ पारू. वो पीछे लग के मुझे की है. द अनदर पर्सन हु हैज हेल्प्ड मी इन फॉर्म ऑफ, मुझे बिजनेस नेटवर्किंग वगैरह कुछ आता नहीं था. तो शब्बीर, आई वांट यू टू जस्ट स्टैंड अप फ्रॉम देयर. तो शब्बीर इज वन पर्सन, प्लीज गिव अ राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज टू हिम. अगर मुझे बात करना, बिजनेस के बारे में बात करना, कैसे प्रेजेंट करना है, अगर मुझे सिखाया है किसी ने, शब्बीर. सो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बीइंग विद माय लाइफ. सो देयर इज अ बुक कमिंग, लिव इंस्पायर्ड पार्ट 2. उसमें शब्बीर के नाम का एक चैप्टर है. आई एम डिक्लेयरिंग इट एट द बिगिनिंग. सो देयर इज वन ब्यूटीफुल लर्निंग आई हैव लर्न फ्रॉम हिम. तो उसका एक चैप्टर है. देयर आर फ्यू मोर पीपल लाइक, अगर my family is not here. My father, जिनकी आप तस्वीर देख रहे हो, उनका एक डिजायर था कि एक बुक लिखना है. But before that desire got fulfilled, he went to his father, okay, upstairs. So, but अभी जब, and my mother lives in Dubai, she could not make it now. तो अभी यहाँ पे local family जिनको मैं बोल सकता हूँ, जो मेरे parent के हिसाब से है. So I want Shweta and Anand, please, okay, please करें. So अगर मतलब parent का दर्जा मैं अगर अभी दे पा रहा हूँ तो ये लोग हैं लोग. Okay, thank you so much for being there. And at the same time, पापा का छोटा भाई भी, चाचा, वो भी दर्जेदार होते हैं. आशीष कहाँ है हमारे? आशीष, गौरी, okay, please, right? So this is the family that I stay with, obviously, all the time. And there are other people who have impacted in a lot of my thinking pattern वगैरह. So one of them is Amol. So Amol, please. So this is one person who has supported in growth of our business in that thinking pattern also. So Amol is one beautiful person. And बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जो एक पहले रूप में वो पार्टिसिपेंट जैसे आए, but now they have become family. So एक वो टेबल पे बैठा है शिवा, मायांक, नीपा, प्रणोति मैम बैठे हैं इधर, दिनेश एंड राज जैसन बैठे हैं, so many. Okay, ये सारे जो है they came as participants, but now they are more like a family. We don't treat each other like participant of each or something. ये बहुत important रहा है. And obviously my extended family. Okay, अब नेहा की family जो है that is also very beautiful family. So my in-laws, mother-in-law and father-in-law, please stand up. So ये इनका बहुत बड़ा हाथ रहा है, क्योंकि जब मेरी सासू माँ घर पे आती है, मुझे छेड़ने का बड़ा शौक है, जो मुझे जानते हैं अच्छी तरह से, मुझे चिढ़ाने का, छेड़ने का बड़ा शौक है. So these are few of the important people that they play a very important role in my life. So Rekha है, Rajesh है, so they are another beautiful people. I really respect them. Rajesh से मुलाकात रेखा की वजह से हुई थी, so thank you so much Rekha.
Lovely.
So
It's such a privilege to see the people जिनका प्रांतिक पे इम्पैक्ट है और वो आज हमारे बीच बैठे हैं. दिस इज जेन्युइनली अ मैटर ऑफ ग्रेट ऑनर दैट जो प्यार करते हैं लोग वो आपके साथ जर्नी में है. इससे बड़ी बेहतर कोई बात हो नहीं सकती है. जो मेंटर है वो खुद हमारे साथ यहाँ बैठे हैं, जो प्रेफर नहीं करते मेंटर कहना, आई गेट इट, बट समवन हु शेप्स द थिंकिंग, who's been a guiding force to Prantik. I wanted to quickly take last minute to sort of segue. आपने जिक्र किया था बुक में that you mentioned about him, you mentioned about Shabir in the upcoming book. About this book in particular, Live Inspire, what made you write this book, and what is in it for the friends sitting here and the people who will be buying the book at large?
Okay, Live Inspire book जो है, it is written on my first mentor Shyam. He was supposed to be here, but उनके family में medical emergency कल आ गया, so he could not be here. But something that I learned from him उसके ऊपर है. तो I'll just share a beautiful story of that. एक बार मैं उनके साथ लंच कर रहा था. He lives in Bridge Candy, मॉडर्न रोड पहले वो था. तो वो वहाँ पे रहते, तो मैं उनके घर पे लंच कर रहा था. And all of a sudden ऐसे ही बोलते हैं, Prantik, why don't you buy some good quality clothes, or why don't you get into some branded clothes वगैरह ऐसा. मैं बोला कहाँ कुछ झंझट में डाल रहे हो, कहाँ वो 2-2,500 का शर्ट लेने से बेहतर है मैं 500 रुपए के 5 शर्ट ले लूँ, उतने में मुझे क्वांटिटी कितना अच्छा मिल जाता है. तो शाम, if ever you meet him, then you will see he's a man of few words, like exactly like Vishwas. बट स्माइल करते हैं, कुछ नहीं करते हैं, लंच कर लेते हैं और फिर बोलते हैं चल प्रांतिक लेट्स गो फॉर वॉक. अब वॉक करने के लिए गए. सो जब वॉक करने गए वहाँ पे कुछ स्टोर्स वगैरह थे. लेट्स गेट इनटू दिस जीन्स स्टोर, आई वांट टू बाय सम जीन्स. तो एंटर करते हैं, एक जीन्स ट्राई करके आ गए ट्रायल रूम से, ब्यूटीफुल बढ़िया फिटिंग है, ले लीजिए. ओके, अंदर जाते हैं, चेंज कर लेते हैं, अपने जीन्स पहन के आ जाते हैं, एंड ही रिटर्न्स बैक द जीन्स सेइंग थैंक यू एंड कम्स आउट. मैं हैरान था, लिया क्यों नहीं. मैं बोला कि शाम वो जीन्स बहुत अच्छा था. बोला हाँ मुझे मालूम है, इट रियली फिट यू वेल. यस आई नो. बोला आपने लिया क्यों नहीं. इट कॉस्टेड 25,000 रुपीज. 25,000 का जीन्स था वो. हाँ, एंड रिमेंबर दिस आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट 2003 एंड आई वाज जस्ट 21 ईयर ओल्ड एट दैट टाइम. तो 25,000 का जीन्स. बोले हाँ, आपको लेना नहीं था. नहीं. तो आए क्यों इधर, ट्राई क्यों किया. उन्होंने एक लाइन बोला, ये लोग ट्रायल का पैसा नहीं लेते. एंड दैट क्लिक्ड मी लाइक एनीथिंग. कुछ एक चीज इमेजिनरी करते हुए, वी डोंट टेक रिस्क इन लाइफ, वी डोंट ट्राई आउट न्यू थिंग्स थिंकिंग दैट पता नहीं कैसे रहेगा. जस्ट टेक अ चांस. सो दैट्स समथिंग ब्यूटीफुल आई लर्न फ्रॉम श्याम.
Wow, let's give it a friends for this wonderful story. कहीं ना कहीं हम वो experience से relate कर सकते हैं, right? I think it's the matter of taking risks, but we don't look at risks, we look at opportunities that actually come in the form of risks. But thank you very much, Mr. Vishwas, for joining us here. It's such a privilege that you are with us here, sharing Prantik's story, and being with us here in front of everyone. Let's give it up, friends, for our guest of honor for this morning. Thank you so much for joining us.